I am at ICB, Indian Craft Brew House.
Brewery.
Indian Craft Brew House. I am.
Oh, brewery.
Yeah, brew. Did I say brew house again?
Brew house, you said.
I'm at Indian Craft Brewery. I am with Mr. Please introduce yourself.
Antonio. My name is
Antonio. You're the master brewer
Master brewer of Indian Craft Brewery.
at Indian Craft Brewery. We are having the Stout.
Yes, this is
What's the name? Like, is that
okay.
the official name?
Yes, the name of the stout is Rowdy Stout.
Rowdy Stout.
Okay, so Rowdy Stout is a stout made with lactose, oats.
But like, I just want it's got a very beautiful foam.
Yeah,
The foam
this
is like
foam
really nice.
is like this because we use nitro instead of CO2.
Okay.
So nitro makes bubbles smaller.
Okay.
Okay, and it gives to the beer a creamy structure.
Okay. Is also nitrous taste cleaner than CO2? Because sometimes I have beers and the gas they use,
Yes.
it leaves like a bitter taste, aftertaste.
Yes.
So,
That is maybe, it depends on the process, man. I
Okay.
cannot tell you exactly what happens because
okay.
I need to see how the process is.
Right.
So I cannot give you an accurate answer.
Okay.
What I can tell you is you can use CO2
Right.
and you can use nitro. It depends on the brewer.
Okay.
And it depends also on the sources that
Okay.
the brewery has. You know,
Okay.
this is a little bit more expensive,
Okay.
but we are using it because I love, for example, Guinness Stout.
Right.
Guinness Stout is nitro.
Right.
So since I remember and since I started to brew,
Yeah.
and when I started to brew a stout, I always thought about Guinness.
Right.
Okay, like a reference.
Right.
So that's
That's
why
what we're having. All right.
Yeah.
So this is what 5.4% ABV.
This is 6.4 ABV. Okay. IBUs is very less.
Okay.
You will feel it. It's not too. It has some bitterness,
Okay.
but it's not overwhelming. You will.
Okay.
You will feel it.
Yours?
The important thing about this stout is the body. It has
Okay.
a very good body.
Okay.
Okay.
Oh, I'll try.
Cheers.
Ooh. It's very sweet and caramelly, right?
Yeah.
It's extremely. The coffee is very nice. I like the coffee flavor a lot.
Yeah.
It's also very nice and thick. The mouthfeel is very nice.
Yeah.
And is there like slight chocolate or no chocolate?
I explain you. This is the style of the beer. Is a chocolate milkshake
Right.
stout.
Right.
Okay. So we use a malt
Right.
that is called actually chocolate.
Okay.
The percentage of chocolate malt we use for this is high.
Okay.
But that's maybe what are you feeling right now.
So what's a chocolate malt exactly?
Chocolate malt is, let's say, we use barley. Okay.
Right.
Barley is one of the main ingredients in beer, right?
Right.
The process of let's say of caramelization of those malts of those barleys are called malting.
Okay.
Okay, so if the malting is very high,
Right.
the barley will get from like a light type of barley to a roasted type of barley. It
Right.
depends on how the malting is going. I mean, how strong is the malting is.
Right.
Okay, so you can use heat. Well, it's heat. You put the barley into an oven.
Okay.
You heat it until you get caramelization or roastiness. Okay.
Okay.
So before roast the malt too much or the barley too much,
Yeah.
it's the chocolate, stage.
Stay all right.
Okay.
Okay.
So yeah, you can make different flavors roasting the barley.
Okay.
It depends on what you want to
Right.
have. Okay. For example, roastiness on malt can be very similar to the roastiness on coffee, for example.
Right.
That's why the flavors are so similar.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You got
Makes
you got
sense.
what I'm trying to say.
I mean, yeah, it makes sense. Yeah.
Okay.
Although I don't know much about coffee, but I get it. Like you can roast it to get your desired state.
Exactly. For example, the coffee bean.
Yeah.
Okay. Once the coffee bean is pick up from the plant,
Yeah.
it goes into a process that they dry it and they put it in an oven,
Right.
big oven, and they start to roast it. Okay. So that when you reach the roastiness you want, you
Right.
take it out. And then
Correct.
that is the the
You get darker, mild.
you're putting in a
Yeah.
in a milling
Right.
machine, and you get the powder, right?
Right.
It's something very similar, very similar. The malting process of barley.
Right.
Okay.
Perfect. I think you're the first guest, the first master brewer as a guest.
Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, we all appreciate the knowledge
Oh, thank you,
Yeah.
thank you.
because like whatever I know or whatever I say, like for the longest time when I was having Hefeweizens, I never knew the esters are released. I thought, like maybe they add some oils or something. Because some Hefeweizens are way more banana-y than others.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. I explain you why. Maybe you can try our Hefeweizen later.
Sure.
We have a Hefeweizen, we have a Belgian wheat. Actually, those flavors coming from the Hefeweizens are not something you add to the beer.
Right.
It's something you get from
The yeast and the grain fermenting
Exactly.
the esters.
exactly. It's most 100% is coming from. No, I mean it's not 100% coming from, but the main flavors are getting from the fermentation.
Right.
So it depends on the type of yeast you are using, the quantity and the kind of flavors you are getting from the yeast.
Okay.
Okay.
No, but- okay, for the stout, the barley and all that which you use, do you try to use local or imported, or like how do you select what's a good barley
Okay.
to be used?
Around the world, it's let's see. There's countries around the world who are concentrated in producing very high quality barley.
Right.
Okay. Most of them are in the northern side of the world,
Okay.
like in Europe or the USA. Okay. So in India, I haven't seen yet.
Okay.
Maybe someone can tell me, okay, no, Antonio, in India, we also produce barley. I don't know. I'm sorry.
Okay.
But in our case, we are bringing everything from Germany.
Okay.
Okay. We have an agency who is working with us, and we are bringing the barley
From them.
directly from Germany. The hops for balance the sweetness and give it also, good flavor, bitterness, good aroma, and some
Yeah.
fruity. Also, we have a very nice IPA who has very fruity flavors. We are bringing those from the USA.
Okay.
Okay. And also we have an agency who works with us.
Okay.
They are the middle guys, the
Yeah.
ones who brought the hops, and we are buying the hops.
But like for hops, I know some people, like if you make a West Coast style IPA or something,
Yeah.
you'd be using American hops. But like then for, I don't know if you guys have a rice lager or a Japanese lager or a German beer, would you try to use like those Saz hops or different
Yes, of course.
hops from like
Yeah,
specific countries?
totally. We try. Let's see. I learned this word when I'm sorry. I learned this word. Something important. My mother tongue is Spanish.
Okay.
Okay, so so my accent, the way I'm speaking very slow because I'm translating in my head.
Yeah.
So something I learned, for example, when I was starting this brewing.
Okay.
Life, okay, this brewing process. It is one word that it is tropicalization.
Okay.
Tropicalization.
Okay.
So I cannot say 100% that this is an stout
Okay.
because it's not an stout. The stouts, if you are thinking about, for example, Guinness,
Right.
the real Guinness is made in,
Ireland or
Ireland,
Right.
Okay, what I can do is tropicalize the style.
Correct.
And tropicalize the style with the equipment and the sources I have.
Okay.
Okay, it was the same thing when I was brewing in Panama. It was the same thing when I was brewing in Costa Rica.
Okay.
Here in India is the same thing. Okay, I'm trying to use all what I have available to make the best stout I can.
Correct.
I can. Okay,
Yeah.
I'm not saying it's the best stout.
Right.
I'm saying it's the best I can. Okay, so at least I'm trying to get the same ingredients and the same type of hops that Guinness are using. Okay,
Correct.
So to answer your question, for example, when I'm brewing, I'm not brewing a lager, a Pilsen lager.
Okay.
I'm not brewing that. I have a lager, but it's a Mexican lager.
Right.
Okay, so Mexican lager, you can play a little bit with the type of hops you are using.
Okay.
But for example, the New England IPA we are using hops, American hops, and American hops in the side of fruitiness, like pineapple that has notes like pineapple, mango, this kind of hops.
Right.
Why? Because it's how the recipe was developed.
Correct.
The guys who innovate with this in the world, they thought about having this kind of beer with oats, with wheat, and with non-traditional styles or type of hops.
All right.
Okay, so I'm trying to be stick to the style and use this kind of hops also.
Okay.
It's a challenge because sometimes get or buy those hops will be difficult because it depends on the middle guy who's bringing the hops to India.
Right.
It depends on the season. It depends on the crops. Sometimes the guys who are farming these hops, they just 1 year they say, hey, the crops are not good. We are not going to develop this these hops anymore.
Right.
Right? So it is a challenge.
All
But
right.
we are trying at least to stick to the style as much as we can.
So in terms of you can stick to traditional styles,
Yes.
but again, as a craft brewery, would you also like to experiment and make it your own? And like, how do you go about?
Yeah. Let's see. For example, the style, we have like a base guideline. We have like a guideline to produce a style.
Correct.
And from that guideline, you make your own recipe.
Right.
Okay. Once you make your own recipe for a specific guide, for a specific beer, based on the guideline,
Right.
it's your beer.
Right.
Yeah.
Then like it's like a chef. Like be basically a chef.
It
Like
is.
you have to add your slight, like an artist or a painter.
It is. Where is Mahesh?
He just-
Mahesh is my assistant. Yeah.
All right.
Maybe he was, trying to participate. Then I know why. I don't know why he left.
Can. Yeah.
Uh,
All right. So
So yeah. So you're right. You're right.
Yeah.
It is like that. It is like that. This, I cannot say he's like a painter because I mean, I don't see myself like an artist.
right.
I used to.
But I
I
feel like art's everywhere, right? Like you can be working in an office.
yeah.
And you can still be an artist in.
I'm agree with you.
Yeah.
I'm agree with you. But let's see. I see myself just like like a producer
Right.
of something that makes people happy.
Right.
If you're happy with your beer,
Yeah.
you make me happy also.
Right.
Okay. For an artist, I think you need more, more.
Ego.
No, maybe ego. Maybe ego is a good word, but also you need more characteristics to be an artist.
Okay.
For example, maybe not to wake up so early every morning, like I do. I wake up every morning at 4:00. Yeah, it's the way I see it.
But is that like for brewing or for you wake up early for brewing or
Yeah,
for
I start to develop like a necessity to wake up every morning so early. I don't know. I really enjoy to wake up early.
okay.
It's because maybe, let's say in that hour of the day, I can think better.
Right.
I very fresh. I love to have coffee in that moment of the day. And I start my day with a lot of energy.
Right.
Of course, 3 or 4 o'clock, I'm out.
You can take a nap.
Yeah, I need to take a nap. Yeah.
That happens.
And this started because when you are brewing, you brew very early. Every brewer around the world can tell you we start early or brew.
Early.
Okay. Why? Because maybe it's because of the heat of the day.
Okay.
I don't know. I haven't thought about that too much. It's just something we just do it.
Do.
Yeah. But I think it has to be with the heat, with the, during the day. 12 o'clock, if you have, the boiler going on,
Right.
and there's a lot of heat, a lot of humidity, depending on your brewing, of course. Yeah. Yeah.
You like to keep it as controlled as possible.
Yes, of course.
Yeah. All right, so I'm going to finish this beer.
Yeah.
I'm just going to say this because I say it in every review of mine. Is that I'm not an alcoholic. I'm just doing it for you guys. And when I do that, if it's more beer I chug, although this is only 250 ml, so it's as good as, But yeah, I really like the stout. It's very nice. The IBU won't be more than 20, right?
Not more.
Yeah, because it's the bitterness.
I think it's maybe I think no. I'm very sure. I'm very sure it's 15.
50?
15. 15.
15.
One
Yeah,
five,
yeah,
one
no,
five.
yeah, that makes
Yeah.
because it is bitter, but it's got a very steady bitterness, which is very nice. Like the first sip you take till the aftertaste, it's a very steady bitterness. The flavors are great. The mouth feel again, which is very important, I feel, in beers as well. It feels nice and thick. Yeah, so it's good beer, good
Yeah.
stout.
Yeah. Thank you.
Okay, this is first time I'm giving a rating with someone present. But yeah, again, I really liked it. I think I can give this. I'm not going to give more points just because yesterday, but yeah, I think this is very good. I think I'll give this 88.
Good.
88. I like it. I like it a lot.
Very nice.
Like 88 is a very good score. I think this is my second highest score.
Yeah.
Yeah, but that's good.
Good.
All right. Okay, so this in a craft brewery, we can still talk. We can still have the. What do you recommend now? Mexican lager?
Do you want to try the New England IPA?
Sure.
Yeah.
Yes.
Let's go with the New England IPA. Yeah, sure.
So you said you brewed in Costa Rica first?
Yes, I am from Costa Rica.
Okay.
I used to have my cerveceria in Costa Rica, my brewery.
Okay. What was it called?
It was the name of the brewery was Dos Hermanos.
Okay.
It was Dos Hermanos. It means two brothers.
Right.
It was a project I started with my brother.
Okay.
Then my brother, he's a commercial pilot.
Okay.
So then, in one moment of his life, he was kicked out from the company he was flying for.
Okay.
And then he found another job, and he moves to Taiwan.
Okay.
Then
He's in
he
that.
goes away.
Right.
He goes away, and it becomes a family business
Okay.
with my partner in that moment, the mother of my child.
Okay.
But
The Dos Hermanos becomes a family business.
it was my brothers. It was my brothers and I.
Okay.
Then he found a job in
Taiwan.
commercial, Taiwan.
Taiwan.
And then my girlfriend, because we didn't get married, but my girlfriend took his place.
Okay.
And then the story, I will stop with the story.
Okay, that's fine. That's fine.
It is not a good story. But,
But were you just
But
were
you
you
stop-
finding out like how did you start the brewery? Like what did you do before you started? And whose idea was the brewery?
yeah, that's a good question, man. For example, I started brewing when I was, right now I'm 45.
Okay.
I started brewing when I was 31.
Okay.
Yeah. When I was 31, you're 31. Yeah.
I'll not 31. Yeah.
Yeah. So I went with my girlfriend to the coast area of Costa Rica.
Okay.
We have Costa Rica is a small country. If you guys don't know where Costa Rica is, you can go into a map and find America. We'll find America. Costa Rica is in the middle of America. So we have coast both sides. Okay, Atlantic and Pacific. I'm saying this because there's people who been asking me,
What?
where's Costa Rica?
West Costa Rica.
Yeah. Okay. So, anyways, we went to the coast area and we visited a place.
Okay.
And in that place, in Costa Rica, there's there's a big commercial, everywhere around the world, there's a big commercial brewery
Okay.
that is called FIFCO, which is Florida Ice and Farm Company.
Okay.
Okay. They are the owners of the main brewery in Costa Rica
Okay.
called Cervecería Costa Rica. Okay.
Okay.
Like it's Costa Rican brewery.
So they're like United Breweries of
Exactly.
Costa Rica.
Exactly. So people is very used to just have local industrial beer.
Okay.
So we went to this restaurant and in the coast side of the country, and there was some table. We sat in the table, and there was like a, how do you call it? We call it hablador, like talker, which is something you found in the tables like this.
Oh yeah, they can't see us.
Yeah.
Okay, this.
Yeah, something like this.
Okay.
And you have like information here about a new brewer, a new beer.
Okay.
And I was like, hey, look, this is a new beer.
Okay.
Let's try it.
Okay.
So I ordered the beer. It was a red ale
Okay.
from a brewery called Costa Rica Craft Brewery.
Okay.
And I tried, man, and that day my mind goes like this.
Right.
You know, it blows my mind. And I was like, hey, what?
This is possible.
Man, I thought like, hey, what the hell is this?
Right.
No, I never tried something so. Okay, it was a beer,
Right.
but it was full of flavor.
Right.
You know, my mouth feels like, you know, like a party. The level of alcohol was high. So, you know, it blows my mind.
Right.
So since that day, I started to learn and to look in the internet. You know, the internet, you know, in 2010,
Right.
of course, we have internet, right?
Yeah.
But the sources were not that much as now,
Right.
as the ones we have now.
Yeah.
And so the information I got was mainly from the USA.
Okay.
So I started like learning about this, and like
Thank you.
6 months after,
Right.
one guy called Jose Maria.
Okay.
That's the name of the guy, Jose Maria. We call it Chema because Chema is like a diminutive of his name because it's very long. Jose Maria brings the idea to our country. I think he was one of the first guys who started his own business in do your beer at home.
Okay. Right.
Okay, become a home brewer.
Okay.
So when I also saw that I can start my own beer, I mean, not start, like I
But
can
it's like
produce.
hobby, like just make it at home, right?
Exactly. Like I was able to make my beer at home.
Right.
I was like, hey, I can do this, you know?
Right.
And I was a beer lover.
Okay.
Yeah, a very drinker in that time.
I told my subscribers that I'll try brewing at home. Or do you want to just okay? Cheers. This is the NEIPA.
This is Ale Well. It's called Ale Well. It's a New England IPA.
Okay.
The small name is NEIPA.
Right.
Okay. So this is an IPA that is hazy because
Okay.
we brew it with wheat and we brew it with oats.
Okay.
Okay. It has a 7.4 percentage of alcohol.
Okay.
It's very fruity.
Okay.
It has a very nice flavor, and it has, of course, bitterness because it's an IPA.
Okay.
Okay.
Cheers.
Cheers.
But you know, it's not that bitter compared to like again when people say NEIPA,
Yeah.
they just think it has to be bitter.
Yeah.
There's like let's put some hops and let's make it
Yeah.
as bitter as possible.
Yeah.
This I can have this,
Yeah.
and it's not giving me that because
Yeah.
you know sometimes bitterness is like
I explain you why.
you go there.
Yeah, I explain you why. This kind of a style
Right.
of beer, you don't produce it. You use bitterness, of course,
Okay.
but you don't use bitterness for a long time because the most time the hops are in contact with beer,
Right.
the more bitterness the beer will be.
Right.
Okay, so in this case, and thinking about the Indian palates, okay, because I know in India people don't love bitterness that much.
I think that's not right
Okay,
because Kingfisher,
Yeah.
which is the biggest,
yeah,
their like motto or like what they did was they made better beers or any very cheap beers which many locals have. Like I had this disgusting beer a couple of days back. It's called Knockout. It's made by Anheuser-Busch, right? AB InBev. It's 175 rupees for 650 ml. So very cheap. but that beer is disgusting. It's very bitter. No, it's very bitter. So bitter, sweet, because they add sugar.
All
right?
bad, all bad.
Bitter, sweet, and soda pack. Because
Yeah.
Indians love thumbs up.
Yeah.
Indians love that fizziness.
Yeah, I know.
Right? So
I know.
So that's the three things which they follow: bitter, sweet, and fizzy.
Yeah.
And it just makes the beer taste horrible.
Yeah, fizziness is something I realized when I start my journey here in India, that beers were very fizzy.
Yeah.
But if you are having a fizzy beer, and this is very important, if you want a fizzy beer or you want something fizzy, then get a 2 Toms, man. Okay? But beer should not be that fizzy, because then you cannot drink.
Yeah.
You can drink 1 glass and that's it.
Yeah.
And if you're having food, then you will feel bloated.
Right.
So how come, that is not at least from my point of view, this should not be your target. If
Yeah.
you want to have beer, you can have 2 beers, 3 beers,
Yeah.
and then have food.
Yeah.
But if your beer is too fizzy, that amount of CO2 will get trapped in your stomach.
Right.
So you will not be able to drink more
Yeah.
or have food.
Right.
And then suddenly you will say, I know, man, I don't want food because I'm very, very full.
Right.
So
Yeah.
all your journey, all your experience in the restaurant, it's over.
Yeah, the point of beer is you should be able to have more beer, not less.
Exactly.
Yeah. Yeah. So you were explaining about the Indian palate. What
Yeah.
it was.
Okay, so no, but it's what you're saying is totally true.
Right.
I respect your point of view. From what I've been searching,
Right.
is bitterness is not, and according to the quantity of IPAs I found around the Bangalore's breweries, IPAs are not that much common.
Okay.
At least the West Coast IPAs are not that common.
Right.
So we thought that maybe we can brew this beer where the bitterness is not the protagonist.
Okay.
The bitterness or the hops that we are adding are more in the flavor side
Okay.
and the aroma side.
Okay.
Okay?
Right. Yeah.
So that's why the beer is not that bitter. Okay?
I mean, that makes I love the floral hops, the smell, the flavor, and all of it, the aroma. But sometimes when they just hear NEIPA or Indian Pale Ale, I feel like they just default into making a very bitter,
Yeah.
hops heavy beer.
Yeah. And that approach that you are taking is very important, because people who is watching your channel, I want you guys to understand that, for example, our IPA is not bitter. I mean, we have bitterness because it comes from the hops.
Right.
But don't worry about the bitterness on this beer, because, bitterness is there, but it's not something that will...
It's not like the focal point of...
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. It's
Yeah.
not the focal point of the beer.
Right.
It is more like fruital, more like fruity, more like it's there in the smell, the aromas, and the beer also have a very good body.
Right. Yeah, but I feel like this is one of those beers where everyone can enjoy, because it's not super bitter. It's still fruity. It's why do you mix wheat and oats? Is it like a economic thing, or it's the taste?
No. Actually, it's the way.
Okay.
As I said before, we have some guidelines
Right.
of a style.
Right.
It's the way you should. Those are the guidelines you should follow if you are brewing some specific style.
Right.
Okay, this style has barley, oats, and wheat.
Right.
Okay,
Right.
and some and some dextrins that are like high weight sugars to balance the body of the beer. Okay,
Okay.
so you should follow those
Guidelines.
if you want to make a specific beer.
Right.
Okay, because otherwise, for example, if I make a beer only with pale ale malt and just add hops, that will not be a New England IPA.
Okay.
Okay, it's not in the style guidelines.
Right.
You got my
I
point.
get it,
Yeah, it makes sense.
Everything, like if you make a wheat beer, you have to have the wheat, you have to have citrus, you have to have coriander seeds.
Yeah, exactly.
Like that's what a wheat beer is.
Exactly.
Yeah.
For example, I have a friend in Costa Rica that he just brewed his IPA. He's a New England IPA
Right.
with barley and oats. That's it.
Okay.
Barley and oats.
Okay.
but he had a lot of tons of hops to his recipe.
Okay.
So it's great.
Right.
It's great. But at least he has his, haziness, this haziness in beer.
Okay.
Okay. It depends on the IPA and it depends on the brewer, of course, the haziness that the beer has.
Right.
This is something that, I love. I like clear beers.
Okay.
I don't like beers that looks too juicy, too thick.
Okay.
This is,
That's your.
my perception. I mean,
Okay.
the way I see beer. But at least you can have here some haziness, so it makes it a very nice and good
So
IPA.
do you like those Italian pale ales type thing, like Peroni and all that?
Yeah. Yeah, I love Peroni, but Peroni is a lager.
Yeah.
Yeah, Peroni is a lager. I like it.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's very refreshing.
Right.
Yeah, body is good. Alcohol content is good. So it's one kind of a beer that you can drink every day,
Right.
and you can drink a few of them.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it's good.
I mean, I don't think I've had many clear beers if I think about it, because I think every German or wit beer, it always has some sort of cloudiness.
Yep.
Because they
Like
talk
Hefeweizens.
about- They're like, oh, it's unfiltered. Like that's also one part of their brewing process is they have to
Exactly.
keep it unfiltered.
Exactly. For example, this beer is unfiltered,
Okay.
but the process we are following to brew it makes it a little bit more clear
Okay.
than every other IPAs or NEIPA that you can find in the city.
Okay.
Okay. Yeah.
Right. I mean, again, very nice. I'm not sure about the fruits, though you said it's got slight mango, a touch of pineapple.
Yeah. Mango, pineapple,
Right.
but mostly citrus.
Okay.
Citrusy, like some oranges, some grapefruit
Okay.
is there.
You have to keep on balancing according to
The type of hop.
batches.
Yeah, the type of hop we are using.
Right.
Then we need to we try to balance.
Because also depending on the season, you'll have to balance it, right? Because let's say orange in summer is different from orange in winter or something like that.
We are not adding oranges.
But like in citrus, like a different types of citruses, like you said, grapefruit. Like
Yeah, we are trying to balance the oranges, or I mean, not the oranges, the flavors that we can get from hops,
Okay.
depending on the type of hop that we
Okay.
are using, and the hops that we can get on market also.
okay,
Okay, because as I've said before, we are bringing the hops from the USA,
USA, right.
so it depends too much on a lot of conditions that can make a hop available.
okay,
Yeah.
yeah, makes sense. And again, this is Indian Craft Brewery, the New England IPA. You said it was called
It's called Ale is Well.
Ale as well from
Yeah.
Three Idiots.
Ale is well.
Yeah.
Like
All is well. It's from Three Idiots, right?
yeah. Now that you mentioned, yeah, maybe.
You come up with the names, or is it like
No, it's not.
marketing team?
It was our head of marketing.
Okay.
We try, this is the Indian craft brewery, so we
Right.
try to infuse the name of the beers with the Indian culture.
Right.
Okay, Ale is well is not too related to Indian, I know, but it's like a very
No, but
And I
you
never-
haven't watched Three Idiots yet?
no man,
No, man?
no, I mean no,
No?
no.
I mean, yeah, if you watch the movie, then you'll get it.
Okay,
You have to watch Three Idiots.
so that's something I didn't.
Yeah. So
So it's something I don't know. Okay.
Yeah. But okay, so even from you went, you did your home brewery, you did your Dos Hermanos, then you went to Panama, you said.
Yeah. After we closed the brewing in Costa Rica, I moved to Panama. So I started brewing there in a brewery called Cervecería Buenavista. Buenavista is, I cannot translate Buenavista because Buenavista is like a name. So, but it's called like Buenavista Brewery.
Okay.
And I worked there for 6 years.
Okay. And Cervecería means like brewery or like a beer house. What?
It was a tap room.
Okay.
also with kitchen
Okay.
and bands, live bands every
Okay.
Friday, but mainly a brewery. A
Okay.
brewery. Okay.
And then you came to Bangalore after that?
And
or-
then I came to
So then
Bangalore.
what brought you to Bangalore?
Okay, that's a good question. Let's see. In Panama, I was in a moment that I thought I was, touch the ceiling of the
Okay.
company. I mean, I was not be able to grow
Right.
from there.
Right.
My career path is this.
Right.
This is what I do for living.
Right.
So I was brewing in Costa Rica, but I was the owner of the company in Costa Rica.
Right.
Then I closed the company,
Okay.
and then I moved,
Right.
and I was just a brewer.
Right.
So a brewer with a salary.
Okay.
That was a good thing because I didn't have to think about pay
Running the
to my
party.
employees,
Right. Yeah.
pay bills,
Yeah.
So I took a lot of heaviness from my back.
Yeah.
Okay, in that moment I was just an employee.
Right.
But at the same time, as a brewer, I was looking for some challenge.
Okay.
That brewery was like it was a small brewery. We have a lot of guests and clients. We started to make a very good name in the brewing industry in Panama.
Okay.
But I felt like I was like touching the ceiling in that moment, and I wanted something more.
Okay.
Some adventure. I was looking for something better. Like in every career, I don't know what you do for living,
Uh-huh.
but I'm very sure that once you feel like you reach some level of your
I think in life, like you want to grow.
yeah, exactly.
Because sometimes you just feel stagnant.
But specifically when you reach a level in your professional life,
Right.
okay? So then you start to think, okay, what else is for me?
Right.
So I was, like thinking about that one day. It was Holy Week. The Holy Week is where Eastern is.
Okay, Easter.
So I was in that week of Eastern. I was laid down in my bed, 5 o'clock in the morning. Of course, I was awake, and I was like thinking about that. And I went into LinkedIn,
Okay.
and I started looking for jobs. I was scrolling, and then I found a job that they were looking for a brewmaster.
Right.
And the characteristics and what they were looking in the brewmaster, it was me,
Okay.
experience, everything was there.
Right.
So I apply. Okay?
Yeah.
Normal.
Normal.
If you are related to LinkedIn, you know that is very normal. You apply to a job and then you relax and you wait to,
You get a reply if you get a reply.
sometimes.
Yeah,
Sometimes not.
Right.
Okay? So I was like, like that. I just apply and then I wake up. I stand up from my bed and I went to the washroom. And I was at the washroom and my telephone started to making sounds.
Yeah.
Bling, 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 bling. Hey, come on, it's 5 o'clock in the morning. Who's talking to me?
Yeah.
So I
Who was this other crazy person like me in Panama who's waking up at 5 a.m.? Right.
okay.
Yeah.
So check this.
Yeah.
Man, I checked my telephone, right? And it was the guy from LinkedIn who posted the job.
Okay.
And he says, "Hey Antonio, my name is Gopi.
Okay.
I am writing you from India."
Okay.
Yo, what? From India? How come? And I didn't saw that. The job
Was in India.
was in India.
Oh, you just saw that it
I
applies
just saw
to-
it and I applied.
Right.
The guy was, writing me from India. And I was like, come on. This should be, maybe this is a scam.
Okay.
This should be a scam.
Yeah.
And I was like, really from India? So I thought like 10 minutes if I should answer or not.
Right.
Because
You're like, if you just,
I'm sorry, but I was afraid, to lose all my, my
Personal
things.
data, yeah.
From my personal item
Right,
on the phone.
yeah.
So I was like, okay, should I answer or not? I said, come on. So I answered, and we started a conversation, a very nice conversation.
okay.
And he says, man, yeah, this is 100% real. I'm writing you because we are looking for a Brewmaster for our project, and we really love your CV.
Right.
So I want to have a chat with you.
Okay.
It was Holy Friday, so it was off in my country. In Panama, was off that day. So I said to him, "Okay, give me 2 or 3 hours. Now, right here is 5 o'clock in the morning, so give me like 4 hours, so I can go to a store and buy some beers, and I'll be back, and I will contact you."
Okay.
Okay. So he says, "Yes, of course."
Okay.
So when I get back from the store with the beers, I contact him and we start a conversation. And he says, after that interview, we had another interview with the rest of the guys, with the rest of the directors. Then we had like 2 more interviews, and then they offered me to come.
So was Gopi like? Is he the CEO or like?
He's the CEO of the company, one of the directors.
Okay.
And he offers me a job.
Okay.
And I said, why not?
Right.
I'll do it. Yeah.
Okay.
Actually, when he presents me, the job offer and all what they can offer to me, I said, man, it's very good.
Right.
I take a chance.
Take a chance.
Yeah, and I'm here.
And you've been here for how long now?
1 year.
1 year.
Yes.
All right. Have you had a chance to remake your red ale that you first tasted?
What do you mean?
You know the first red ale that you tasted that made you think that beer is more in Costa Rica? You said that you were having the Fifco beers.
Yeah.
And then you went to a brewery. And then you had the first red ale. Like I think the red ale was your first craft beer that you tried.
Yeah.
So have you like tried remaking that red ale or
Yes, of course.
you've tried?
Yeah, actually, we used to have a red ale here also.
Okay.
That it was very similar to that recipe.
Is red ale like more of a Spanish beer?
Which one?
Like a red ale in general? Is it
No,
like,
red ale actually is a style that has its origins in Ireland.
Okay.
Red ales, there's a style called Irish red ale.
Okay.
Okay, but then during the time, that style moved to England, then to the US. In the US, they don't call it red ale; they call it amber.
Okay.
But they also have red ale.
Okay.
Okay, but the American way to make this beer is more than amber than red.
Red. Okay.
So I make some like how do you say, like something in between.
Okay.
With all the ingredients. I try to stick up to the Irish way to make it the beer.
Okay.
Because of the ingredients, the type of caramel malts that we were using. So yeah.
All right. So were you happy with your red ale? Like
Yeah, I'm very happy.
You're
Very happy. We used to have it on tap,
Okay.
but somehow it was not that fast moving.
Okay.
So we replaced it with another beer.
Okay.
Yeah.
Now I've seen online. Many of your beers have like a very Indian name, and so do you try to also experiment like with Indian ingredients for beers, like local?
Yes.
You do
Yes,
that.
we are starting to do that.
Right.
For example, we have a beer called Nandi Nectar
Okay.
that is honey beer.
Okay.
So we infuse that beer with honey that is that we brought from Tamil Nadu
Right.
for deep forest.
Okay.
So we are infusing that beer
Okay.
with that honey. The beer is sweet.
Beer sweet.
Yeah, it's
Does
sweet.
it like? Is it like almost like a mead or
It's not a mead, but it's sweet.
it's sweet?
Yeah,
All right.
it's beer with honey. Okay, so maybe you can try it. I mean, I'm happy with the beer.
Yeah.
People love it,
Yeah.
but I don't like
You don't
sweet
like.
beers.
Right.
I mean,
Yeah.
No, I make beer, but not. It's not necessary that I like all the beers I make.
Right.
Okay, I try the beer and the beer is good. Okay, it is good. Do you like it? Yes, I like it. Okay, you like it? Yes, I like it. Then we can keep it on tap.
Right.
Okay, but it's not necessarily my favorite.
Right.
Okay.
No, I also feel if you're having a beer,
Yeah.
it shouldn't be super sweet. You can have other drinks. You can make a very good cider. People have meats, people have ciders. but somewhere along the line, super sweet beers kind of loses its identity as a
Totally,
beer.
totally. I understand that, but you know what? Sometimes when you are in this business, you need to make beer not only for you, not
Yeah.
only for bloggers, not only for people who love beers.
Yeah.
You need to brew for people.
For people. Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
That's the.
Yeah,
It's like one,
this is a business.
you're like
Yeah.
this beer is for me, and this beer is for them.
Exactly.
So if I want to make beer for me, I need to make beer for them.
Exactly.
Right.
This is a business after all,
Yeah.
you know? So
Correct.
you need to brew something that people like.
Yeah.
And the response, the answer we have, we had back from people is that they love sweet things. You know,
Yeah.
people love sweet things. They love
They do.
the beer. This beer is very good. Is very good. It's not one of the fast moving beers we have, but people like it.
Right.
So that's why we keep it on top.
Keep it.
Yeah.
Okay. So that's like a Tamil Nadu honey, and like what else does it have?
Only that Tamil Nadu honey, and it has of course wheat.
Okay.
It has regular barley, pale ale barley,
Okay.
and some dextrins that we use for barley.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So again, the New England IPA
Yeah.
ale as well. Okay. I liked it. It's again not super bitter like other many NEIPAs are. A good fruity flavor. It's fizzy. I will give this 82. And now what do you recommend? I don't know if you want to drink, but I'm going to drink maybe 2 more beers. Do you have any recommendation for beers?
I can join you with one more.
One more? All right.
Yeah, yeah.
Mexican lager?
You want to try the Mexican lager?
Sure.
We have a new beer. We have a new beer. We launched it yesterday.
Right.
It's called Hooligan,
Okay.
which I think in where you're from Mumbai, no?
Yeah.
But I think Hooli. No, I'm sure Hooli in Canada means tiger.
Okay.
Okay, this is our strongest beer.
Okay.
It has 80% of alcohol.
What?
80.
What?
8%. I'm sorry. 8% of alcohol.
Right. Yeah. Okay. Do you, again, like you said, some beer is for you, some beer is for them. Would you recommend this beer? I'll tell you what, for me, when people make very strong beers, the taste kind of takes a hit.
You will be surprised with this beer.
We're like, okay, then I'll try it out.
You want to try?
Yeah, I'll try it
Okay.
out. I'll like.
I tell you why. Because
Okay.
this beer is not bitter.
Okay.
Actually sweet. Kind of sweet.
Okay.
It has some banana notes, apple notes.
Okay.
It's strong in alcohol. And it's actually very refreshing.
Okay. I'll try it
Okay?
out. Okay.
The only thing is the level of alcohol that you need to be, go slow.
Right.
Okay? But it's very good.
Okay.
Yeah. And we can order that. And I will also order a Mexican lager for me.
Cool.
Okay? And then you can try
I'll have the Mexican lager with you.
Okay.
And then I'll have the Hooligan.
Let's
by
do
your
it.
one.
Let's do it. Okay. Okay.
All right,
And
bye.
The name?
I don't even know. I'm doing this, but I think it's going to be like a podcast at this point.
Okay.
Usually, I usually do 1 beer a day. I upload 1 beer review a day.
Okay.
Yeah, but I think this is just going to be like a podcast, which is fine. I'm at Indian Craft Brewery. This is the Mexican lager.
Yeah.
Is it an official name? Is it this?
And Chamraj.
It's called El Chamraj.
Yeah.
Could you explain a bit about the Mexican lager?
Okay. El Chamraj is a bridge between Mexico and India.
Okay.
Chamraj is the name of the big market here in Bangalore.
Okay.
Okay, el, it means he or the in Spanish. We said el hombre,
Right.
okay? El puente, okay?
Right.
So el is like he or the, okay?
Okay.
So this is like a bridge between Latin America and in Bangalore.
Bangalore. All right.
Okay? So Mexican lagers are common because they are very refreshing,
Right.
very drinkable,
Right.
very
And I see it's extremely clear the way you like it.
yes.
Right.
Why? Because it's filtered.
Filter. Okay.
Because of filter. Why we filter? Because I like it. No, and also because there's nothing as cool as watching those bubbles,
Bubbles rise.
coming from the bottom of the
Right.
glass.
Right.
So Mexican lagers, as I was mentioning, they are very drinkable.
Right.
You have that thing called drinkability in the beer. That it means that you can drink 4 glasses, 5 glasses without stopping. You know, in an afternoon, in a hot afternoon.
Right.
So I think this is one of the beers that we also sell a lot.
Right.
Because it's very fresh and it's a little bit dry. So that dryness, dry is that sensation that you have in your throat and your mouth after you drink a sip of beer that makes you want more beer.
Okay.
Okay, that is what you call dryness.
Okay.
In beer. So
And that's a good thing
that's a good thing.
for the breweries or for the drinkers as well. For both.
You
Okay.
can say.
Okay, so-
You tell me.
Okay. Does this have like corn and stuff in it?
Yes.
Okay.
That's very important.
Right.
That's very important. Mexican lagers has in their grist maize.
Maize.
So we brew this beer with barley,
Right.
base barley, pilsner, maize, and a little bit of dextrins also for body,
Okay.
for retention.
Okay.
To have this retention on the beer.
All right.
But yeah, maize
Is
is
it like a low ABV thing or?
low ABV. Yes, it's 4.5%.
Right. So again, this is like one of those beers you come in the afternoon, like you said, have a chill Mexican lager.
Yeah.
You can have 4, 5
Yeah.
and be fine. I prefer day drinking. But I feel like also like something like a stout.
Yeah.
It's more suitable to night drinking. I think when you have a beer, it matters.
Yeah.
I think you'd enjoy stout more in the evening.
Yeah.
And in
No,
the
I
afternoon.
totally agree. I'm actually enjoy. For example, today is not that sunny,
Right.
but it's a little bit like humid. I feel that the
Yeah, yeah.
humidity.
Right.
Okay, so this is not a stout is not the kind of beer I will have. I have it with you, right?
Right, yeah.
Because you are here. But it's not the kind of beer I will choose.
Right.
I will choose this
Right.
definitely
Yeah,
because
for like a hot, humid day, this is way better.
yes, exactly.
All right.
exactly.
Let's taste it.
Yeah. Cheers.
Cheers. Wait. I don't know if it's the first time I'm getting like proper maize flavors. I'm getting some. How do you taste the beer? You know, like how there's a way to drink wine. Is there a way to drink beer to taste it properly?
I have to.
So what's the technique to taste it better?
Yeah. What do you mean? I'm sorry.
You know, like how wine or like ice cream or wine or coffee, because there's testers in all fields, right? You have to test. You know, like how they put it in the mouth.
Yeah.
They do that, all those
Yeah.
things. So, like, is there a way to taste the beer and
Let's see. For example, the first thing you need to, let's see. For example, the first thing you need to do when you're tasting a beer is look at the glass,
okay,
how it looks,
right,
and in your head, you can take notes about it.
Yeah.
Actually, it's very good to take notes.
Yeah.
So the first thing you do is take notes about the how the beer looks.
okay,
So you see it's clear,
okay,
it's filtered, it has good retention,
okay,
it has good carbonation.
right,
Okay, so you write these things down.
okay,
Second thing is smell it.
okay,
Okay, what do you smell? In beer, as in food, you will get some aromas that reminds you things
right,
that you have lived in the past. For example, I don't know, maybe your mom or your grandma used to cook some good bread or something that
right,
give you those this smells brings you to those feelings, right? So the first thing is smell it, then put a small amount of beer in your mouth,
okay,
okay, and put it in your tongue, keep it there,
okay,
let it warm,
okay,
feel it. Okay, what do you feel in your mouth?
okay,
Some bubbles of the carbonation. You mentioned the maize.
right,
So this is something you just you experiment.
right,
You experiment the flavor of the maize. You have also some bubbles in your mouth.
Right.
You let it warm a little bit, and with your tongue you try to feel, and then describe what you're feeling.
Right.
Okay.
So this is what you do when you're making beers and
Exactly.
when you're tasting. But let's say a regular beer drinker
Yeah.
comes to a brewery,
Yeah.
like me, and they don't go through all of these processes to have a beer, right? They're just like, they take a sip and they go, I like it, I don't like it.
Yeah.
That's what a regular drinker says.
Yes.
So in terms of that, this process I think is still important to make, the end result better.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because compared to wine, like I said, wine, people are a bit more snobby about drinking wine.
Yes.
Beer is much more of a regular everyday.
Yeah.
Coke.
Let's see. With this beer specifically, have you ever tried Corona beer? Okay. This is the same style of beer. Okay. Corona is not a beer that I drink too
Right.
much because I feel they are very watery. It's very watery.
Right.
So I don't like too much. I think our Mexican lager has more body and has
right.
more flavor. But in terms of beer, with this kind of beer that is like very ordinary or very common, okay, in terms of what you can find in the market, for example, with Corona, then this kind of beer is good for drink,
Right.
just for drink.
Okay.
Okay, what is your feeling when you drink? What are you getting from? Okay,
Right.
you just mentioned that you can or you don't want or you don't have the knowledge or the time or whatever
Right.
to feel everything I just said.
Right.
About the feeling and put it in your mouth.
Yeah, regular. Yeah.
So you put it in your mouth, and what do you want? Do you want to, don't feel thirsty anymore, or what are you looking for?
What I look for in
Yeah.
a beer, when I drink a beer, it's just the taste. I care a lot about how steady the bitterness levels are in
Yeah.
a beer. Usually, good beers are very steady in bitterness. Bad beers, they'll be spiking all around. Like when you take a sip, either you'll get a hit of bitterness then, or at the end, right?
Yeah.
Good beers don't have that. Secondly, is the flavor of the grain.
Okay.
If you make a wheat beer or a rice lager or something with maize or corn, if a beer is supposed to have those grains, you'll get like a slight aftertaste of certain grains.
Yeah.
But not those such good beers will have a lot of grain flavor of all round. Like, you
Yeah.
can taste corn and oats and maize or, or wheat.
Yeah.
Like even if you have like a regular cheap lager, you're going to have like these tons of grain flavors.
Yeah.
Which is not good. So
Yeah.
it's like a cleanliness about how,
Yeah. Totally.
yeah. If I'm having a wheat beer or a Hefeweizen, I can understand a wheat flavor.
Yeah.
But that wheat flavor is also very polished and it's a nice wheat flavor compared to just an aftertaste of a mix of grains.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's
So in this case, when you drink this beer, then you see, okay, I feel the flavor of the malt. I feel the flavor of the corn. It's drinkable.
okay.
It's refreshing. It has some bubbles. That means it's very high carbonated. It looks good. Then, how many of these of these beers you can have? Maybe I can have 3 or 4.
Right.
Right. So that's a good sign.
So okay, I also get a little bit of fruitiness. Does that come from the grains or is it?
Yeah. Fermentations, fruitiness, like let's see, like exactly like what?
Like
What do you
slight
feel?
acidity type of sourness, fruitiness.
Okay. Some acidity.
Yeah. Like again, this is something I learned after having many beers.
No. It's
Where
okay.
acidity is like you'll get like certain things which are more acidic will be slightly more sour. So I think I got a little bit of that kind of fruitiness.
Yeah. It can be related with the hops also. Okay,
Right.
because of
Right.
course this beer has hops,
Right.
and hops develops flavors. Let's say like more like acidity. Like citrus maybe.
Yeah, but not like it could be citrus, but not exactly citrusy citrus.
Maybe the level of the citrusness you are getting is less.
Yeah.
Okay, so you're still
But
getting some, but it's not
some
too
sort
much.
of fruity. Again, it could also be grains or hops, like you said.
Yeah.
It could be any of those things.
Yeah.
I just wanted to wonder if you do put any.
No,
additional
actually we
thing.
don't.
Yeah.
Actually we don't. The main grease of this beer is malt, maize,
Maize. Yeah.
water of course, and that's it.
That's
And
it.
yes, actually, the yeast we are using for this is very clean. It doesn't develop, in case of you mentioned Hefeweizen, for example. Hefeweizen develops a lot of flavors like banana,
Right.
club, okay? This yeast don't. This yeast is very, very, very.
So you've got like bunch of different yeasts as well, making different beers. It requires different.
Oh yes,
yeasts.
man. Oh yes, man. For example, this yeast is lager.
Okay.
It's a lager yeast.
Okay.
And it develops a beer that is very straightforward. It's very clean.
Okay.
Okay. But we have yeast, another type of yeast. For example, the ones that we use for Hefeweizen that develops flavors like banana or club. We have another type of yeast that develops only club, not banana. We have another type of flavors yeast that develops more fruity,
Okay.
apple, pear, or any like tropical fruits also.
Okay.
That is mainly known as esters.
Right.
Okay. Those are chemical compounds that comes with fermentation. Yeah. So it depends on the style of beer.
Right.
It will depend also.
Do you mix yeasts for like mastering
I
flavor?
used to do it.
Okay.
I used to do it. I haven't done it here because what we are doing aquí, I was talking in Spanish. I'm sorry. What we are doing here is very serious.
Yeah.
I have a small lab where I
Yeah.
do some experimentation.
Right.
But in big batches, I don't.
You can't. Yeah. You'd spoil it.
I should not. I should not experiment in big batches.
But again, like.
But in Panama,
Right.
I used to do a lot of
of
experimentation. Yeah.
But okay, like how we talked about at the start about samplers, that a sampler because it's connected to the VAT and the BBT, right?
Yeah.
Like directly from the VAT. Like when the sampler comes out from the tap,
Okay.
it's slightly hotter. It might not be as cool and
Yeah.
it doesn't
It
taste
comes from the lines, but our lines are very long.
very long,
Okay, so for example, from where the brewery is located
right?
to here, the line is around 100 meters long,
Right.
and to this bar outside is 150.
And the entire line is chilled,
The line is chill.
right?
The line is totally chill, but once it reaches the tap,
Right.
there's a small part of the tap that is not 100% full.
Right. Right.
So
So they have to like release a little bit and then fill
we
for
need
sample.
we need to waste
Right.
a little bit of beer,
Right.
in terms of having a very cool and
Cool. Nice. No, but
Nice beer.
I brought it up because, like usually you said in a sampler, it might not have the same flavor as having a 500 ml of beer because
Yeah.
it's cool and it's different. Samplers are sometimes flatter
Yep.
because of the heat and
Yep.
not the same mouthfeel. So same way, when you experiment on a smaller batch, does it matter? Like, is the flavor different than doing on a huge batch?
totally, because the systems, the equipment you are using is different.
It's different.
Yeah, it's different.
The
Totally.
bigger systems are much better.
Yeah, in bigger systems, I mean, let's say you can control both process.
Okay.
I can control both process in terms of quality
Right.
and step by step what I need to do to have a very good brew.
Okay.
Okay, you can control. That's not an issue. That's not something you should put a lot of mind into it.
Okay.
But in large scale, at least our equipment is very good.
Okay.
It's very good. So I can have more control of my process in larger scale.
Right.
So that means my beers in larger scale will taste better
Okay.
than my small equipment.
Right.
Yeah. For example, I put you an example. For example, this beer that you will try later,
Hooligan.
Hooligan.
Right.
That beer tastes better now that we filter, that we maturated in the tanks,
Right.
that we took enough time for fermentation than the pilot.
Okay.
The pilot was good,
Right.
but this one is
Because as
awesome.
in your lab, as soon as you reach a point where you're like, okay, I know that in the big scale, this will turn out very good. Then you move forward with it.
Yes.
Right.
But the first thing you have to do when you are brewing is make sure your processing in small scale are good.
Okay.
and that your pilot is good.
Okay.
Once your pilot is good and you make a good beer, then translate that to a large scale system. It's easy.
Easy.
Yeah.
No,
It's easy if you know what you're doing. No?
You spoke about brewing it at home.
Mm.
I was searching about what I need to brew at home, and apparently you need like what, a 5-liter vat first, and
It depends on
like
you and
what would you recommend?
it depends on you and your resources. I mean, in terms of money,
Right. Yeah.
how much money you want to
Yeah,
invest.
and like I saw some of those stainless steel things are like they're like 25 liters. I was like, I have no place in my house to put this.
Yeah.
Yeah. So like, what would you recommend in terms of if someone just wants to start?
Okay, I tell you this. I started with pots. You
Just
know,
with pots, like a
yeah. I started
Okay.
with pots. It was my girlfriend's pots.
Okay.
I started making beer in my home, in my kitchen.
Okay.
It was a mess, of course.
Uh-huh.
Everybody was, like very mad about it, especially my ex. But yeah, you
It
can
turned
do
out
it.
well, yeah.
Yeah, you can do it.
And then what did you do about like the barley and the malting and
Yeah,
all that?
well,
How did
of
you?
course you need
in the oven and all. Like,
Yeah. You need, for example, the barley. You need to crush the barley because you need it. You need to meal the barley. After milling, you need also the hops in a small quantity. You need a sachet of yeast,
Okay.
and you need a small bucket where you can ferment.
Okay.
And you need to control that fermentation.
Okay.
Fermentation needs to be controlled. It's
You
it's
can't
very
get
it's very
it
it's very let's say it's like a very common in brewers that they say yeast is one of the main ingredients of
Beer making.
beer making.
Right.
But I think yeast is like the way you can control your final brew. I mean,
Okay.
you need to control your fermentation. You need to control your yeast. Yeast is a fungus. Yeah, it's a yeast. It's a fungus. No, yeah, it's a
Yeah, it's a
fungus.
fungus, yeah.
Fungus. Okay. Yeast is a fungus, and you need to control the way your fermentation is going.
Right.
So it's not just an ingredient. It's something that it's alive, and you need to give it
Like a parent.
directions.
Like a parent, you have to
Exactly.
make sure it grows well.
Exactly. So, for example, when you're fermenting, you need to control the temperature
Okay.
because it depends on the temperature of fermentation that your beer will comes out later,
Okay.
right? So the first thing you need to do is okay, for example, you're brewing at home and you have this fermentation bucket and everything. You need a way to control that fermentation
Okay.
and to give it a very good temperature so the yeast can develop aromas, flavors, chemical compounds that makes your beer great.
Okay.
Yeah? And after, you need also to maturate your beer good. After the fermentation is completed, then you need to reduce most of the flavors and bring something better, less fruity, less with phenols like spiciness compounds. Less than that, reduce that to have something very drinkable.
Right.
Okay?
So again, when you're brewing at home,
Yeah.
would you still have access to all these different kind of yeast you're saying? Because many people would just have the yeast required to make bread.
Man, one actually Saccharomyces cerevisiae, which is the type of yeast you use for fermentation of ales,
Okay.
is the same, or it's not the same. It's a type, or is one of the types of yeast similar to the ones that you use for bread making.
Okay.
So you can use bread making this kind of yeast if you want to,
Okay.
but it's better to search
And get
for brewing yeast.
brewing yeast.
Okay, you will get a better result. You will get better result with that. And it depends where you are, because you need a company or a middle agent who brought these ingredients to make a home brewing at home. Yeah.
Okay.
Home brewing. I mean,
You can't find it on Amazon.
huh?
You can't find it on
I
Amazon.
think you can find something.
Some
in
things on
Amazon.
Amazon,
Yeah,
yeah.
sure. I haven't looked for it,
Okay.
but I'm very sure you can find something.
Okay. I mean, I'll try it. Uh, yeah, I'm not sure what, but I'll try brewing it at home. The issue also, I think, with Mumbai, is that it's much hotter.
Yeah.
So climate control is very important.
Yeah.
So I'll go and research a bit.
The first thing you need to do, for example, if you're going to brew, is, as I said, control the fermentation. And for that, you need a freezer,
Okay.
or you need a fermenter that it comes with a, with a regulator or something that
Right.
can give you a specific
But so
temperature.
in your first homebrew, you had all of this when you
I used to have a freezer.
freezer. Okay.
Well, so what I used
but
to do.
the yeast will still grow in a freezer.
Yeah, of course. Well, I mean, you need a fermenter or a bucket.
Okay.
Okay, those buckets will work like a fermenter. So
Okay.
you put the bucket inside a freezer, and you control the fermentation
Okay.
and the temperature inside the freezer.
Okay.
So you set your freezer, for example, in 20 degrees.
Right. You can't let it get too cold.
No, the fermentation has to be done. It depends on the type of.
And that's 20 degrees Fahrenheit.
No, Celsius.
Celsius? All right.
Celsius. It depends on the type of beer and yeast that you're using.
Okay.
Lagers ferment between mainly 7 and 13 degrees.
Okay.
Lagers.
Okay.
Ales ferment between 16 and 24 degrees.
Okay.
Okay. The difference is the type of yeast that you are using. For example, lagers are Saccharomyces pastorianus,
Okay.
and ales are Saccharomyces cerevisiae. The differences are also in the flavors that they develop. For example, ales develop more esters and phenols,
Okay.
which is fruity and spicy club flavors. And lagers are more clean.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And the place in the fermenter where the fermentation is happening. Lagers ferment in the bottom,
Bottom. All right.
okay? And ales ferments
At the top.
at the top.
Okay. So that also, so what difference does like bottom and top make exactly?
I'm sorry?
What difference does the bottom and top make in terms of fermentation?
Actually, it has to be, it's related with the, let's see. It has to be with the composition of the fungus, of the cell of yeast.
Okay.
For example, the yeast, the composition of the cell of the yeast is lighter than the lagers.
Okay.
So when the CO2 is produced,
It rises on its own.
exactly, you got it. And the lagers goes into the bottom.
All right.
Yeah, because they are more heavy.
Okay.
Yeah.
So how did your first homebrew beer turn out?
I make an ale.
Right.
It was a stout.
A stout.
Yeah, I made a stout. Yeah, it was
Okay.
my first beer.
Okay.
It was terrible, but I drank it.
What was wrong with it?
I drank it. I think I was more anxious
Okay.
to taste the beer, so I took it from the fermenter very quick.
It takes like a week.
It was like okay, the fermentation should be happening in 5 days. Then you need to leave it. You need to leave the fermentation in the fermenter for after the 5 days. I leave it like for like 5 more days.
Okay.
Okay, because yeast needs to reabsorb all the chemical compounds that it developed. They need to reabsorb it and clean the beer. So I leave fermentation for 10 days.
Okay.
And it was my first beer. I was very excited about checking how the beer was coming. So I think I took the beer out of the fermenter in the 4th or 5th day.
Okay.
So it was terrible.
That was
Yeah,
not.
but I drank it.
So you need to have patience. Beer is all about patience
Exactly.
as well. It is.
One of my guys, Satish, I remember one day he says, "Boss, if we are brewing, we need to be patient."
Right.
Yeah, it is totally true. He says, in beer, you have to be patient. Yeah,
Right.
You're totally right. You have to
So
be
after you
patient.
did home brewing, did you study beer making properly?
Oh, yeah. Of course, I have 3 degrees.
Okay.
I am
In making beer.
in making beer. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I'm a certified Cicerone.
What's
Cicerone? Cicerone is it's a certification you get in America
Okay.
for people who are working in this industry.
Okay.
Basically, they certify that you are an expert in beer.
Okay.
Okay, in styles of beer, in history of beer, in flavor, ingredients. So I get a certificate. I mean, I'm certified Cicerone. I get the certification in 2018. I actually can say, I'm not sure, but I think I'm the only one in India.
To be a certified Cicerone.
Yeah, certified Cicerone. I'm the only certified Cicerone in India.
Okay.
I think Mannheim used to have one certified Cicerone, but the guy left.
Okay.
The guy left India. So I think I'm the only one. That is one. I also get a certification, a diploma on beer science from Leuven University
Okay.
in Belgium. And I also have a science certificate, beer science certification from Wageningen University in Holland.
Okay.
And I'm finishing my master's in brewing from Escola do Cerveza and Malte from Brazil.
Okay.
That's my master's, my master brewing.
It's still going on or you're done with it?
Yeah, it's 2 weeks from finish.
Okay. They're still studying.
Yeah, I'm 2 weeks and it's over.
And then are you planning to study more after that?
I want to. This is something I don't know, man. Since I was, maybe younger than you,
Right.
I have this necessity to learn and to learn and to learn and to study and to study and to study. So I complete these certifications. I start the masters. I'm finished. The master was 1 year.
Right.
I'm doing it online. I'm just finishing the master in brewing. This is just to call myself a master brewer. No.
Right.
And I want to go and I want to start the IBD, which is the Institute for Brewing and Distilling from England,
Okay.
from London. I want to study to get a diploma.
Okay.
So maybe I will.
You'd have to go there to get the diploma.
No, I can do it online.
Online?
I think the last exam I have to be there.
Okay.
I'm not 100% sure, but I want to start maybe in 2 months after I finish this now in August. So 2nd of August is the last day of a class.
Okay.
Then I will
You become a
graduate.
master.
Yeah. I will be a master brewer, certified master brewer.
Yeah.
And after this, I want to get my diploma
Right.
in that school. But I wait for maybe 2 months, and then I will.
You'll do it.
I will.
Yeah, but that's awesome. Like, it's like you're talking about, being stagnated or, like feeling stuck.
I don't like.
Yeah,
that.
you don't like that.
I
You
don't
have
like
to keep
that.
on growing and learning.
And you know what, man? In this industry, this industry is evolving.
Right.
It's changing.
Yeah.
And it's changing fast.
Is it like worldwide or in India or where do you say?
India is just starting.
Yeah.
No, America has big difference
Yeah.
in terms of flavors, mainly how the beer is developing and how the beer. I know. Let's see. And I'm saying this because how many people are you reaching with your beers?
Right.
In India, you're just starting.
Right.
People is starting to get the beer, try it. They are start to like it,
Right.
the beer. But in America, it's something, as I said before, maybe an hour ago,
Yeah.
that people in America has 30 years of experience.
Right.
So in America, these things has been changed during the years, and now they are moving from craft beer to another type of craft beverage, like hard ciders, like non-alcoholic beers,
Right.
like
Even like seltzers and all. Like America has like every state in America has so many unique craft beers and craft alcohol beverages.
totally.
But I know, I don't know if you know Brews.
Yeah.
Brews, right. So they messaged me long ago. We don't get that in Mumbai, unfortunately. But they had this entire thing up on Shark Tank about how as the economy increases and people's just livelihood, they start earning more money, the alcohol consumption also increases with it. So in terms of as India starts developing, people will also start having more beers and different types of alcohol. So that will also improve. Like people's taste will improve. People will stop having only Kingfishers. People will start having other types of beers.
Something I've been realizing also is people in India like beers,
Yeah.
but they also like hard liquor.
I think,
And maybe the market of people, I mean, in the market, people who loves hard liquor is higher
Than
than the
beer.
guys who
Yeah.
are drinking craft beer.
Yeah.
Okay, maybe because it's something new.
right.
Maybe because hard liquor has, of course, more years in the market than craft beer. But I think that will be changing. You know, from
Also in terms of it's a childhood thing, right? As you grow up, when you go to college, people who go to college in India are mainly having Old Monk and those type of alcohols. So that is like a childhood memory.
yeah,
So you keep on having that even when you grow up.
Totally.
Like when you're in college, you're having a bunch of Budweiser Magnum.
yeah,
The Magnum, because it's 8% ABV, it gets you drunk.
yeah,
People have Budweiser Magnum all over India. So that becomes their favorite beer.
yeah,
But now if as a craft scene improves and explodes, of course, college kids can't come to a brewery, unfortunately.
Yeah.
They need to be 21. But as soon as they keep on trying those beers, that'll like stick with them as they grow up as well.
exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. And also, let's see, I don't know how many years the craft movement it's been in India,
Yeah.
but I'm very sure in 5 years, the perception and the people who will like or who will look for a craft beer will be totally
Immense.
different.
Yeah.
Totally different than people who's looking for a craft beer now.
Okay.
Okay. It makes any sense?
Yeah, no, of course, yeah.
Okay, yeah.
Look, in your 1 year of the diploma, which you just did from Brazil, right?
Yeah.
What did you learn anything different?
A lot.
A lot?
A lot.
You were like, I was doing this wrong.
Man, it is something now watching, I look back to the moment I make this decision.
Right.
Man, it's something that I'm very proud of,
Okay.
that I took this decision in terms of, and actually I took this decision because I want to improve the way I was brewing.
Right.
And I wanted to bring something also good to this company who
Right.
has given me everything, you
Right.
know. They've been treating me so well. I'm so grateful with them
Right.
that I was, in that moment I was like, okay, I want to do something also for them,
Right.
So I want to make the best beer I can.
Right.
This is something I just mentioned also a few 1 hour ago, maybe.
Yeah.
I want to make the best brew I can make. Okay.
Right.
And I'm how do you say it? This is like invest my money in education, invest my money in knowledge because I want to make things better.
Better.
So now that I see this, backwards, I think it was a very good option.
Right.
It was a very, very good option because things I have learned this year, I've been applying all this knowledge to the beers we are making, and I'm 100% sure our beer is way better
Right.
than the first beers we brewed
All right.
1 year ago.
Right.
Yeah. So
And that way, your process, like your mentality and your thoughts, kind of coincides with ICBs in terms of when they want to make really good
totally.
beers.
Totally, totally. Because this project is big.
Right.
We have very
How
big.
long has it been for ICB as a whole?
We started. Our launch was in November.
Okay.
I've been in India for 1 year,
Okay.
but from July to November, it was my adaptation period.
Okay.
We were doing a lot of pilots,
Okay.
brewing, making pilots and trying the beers
Okay.
that we will be developing once the brewery starts. But yes, for ICB is very, you can say it's very new.
It is new, yeah. November
very
is
new.
very new.
Very new in the market, but we have very big plans
Yeah.
of developing the brand and opening, more outlets around.
Right.
Yeah.
That's good. The beer is nice. I will try the Hooligan next. You said you have the Hefeweizen as well.
Which one?
Do you have a Hefeweizen?
I have a Hefeweizen. Yeah.
Okay. Maybe I'll try that after the Hooligan. I'm not sure.
Okay.
I'll try something. Do you have to leave? Is it like...
No. I can join you for the next beer, and then I have to leave.
Okay, fine. Cool.
Okay.
So we'll do one more beer.
Yeah.
Can I ask it?
Yeah.
I am at ICB, Indian Craft Brewery. This is the Hooligan.
Yeah.
Tell me more about Hooligan.
Okay. This is a Belgian Golden Strong Ale.
Okay.
Okay. You will feel you will get some notes of banana, clove, pearl.
What?
I mean, pear.
Pear?
Pear. Yeah.
Pear. All right.
Yeah. The fruit.
Fruit, yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Some cloves.
Okay.
It has some fizziness.
Right.
Okay. It has good carbonation,
Okay.
and it has 8% of alcohol.
Okay.
8%.
Oh, this is your strongest brew.
This is my strongest brew. Yeah.
Have you ever thought about going more than 8%?
I'm sorry.
Like, like Imperial Stouts are like 11, 12%. Have you ever thought about doing
We
those?
can't because
can't?
the government of Karnataka
Right.
doesn't allow that you go
Above 8?
that much higher. Yeah. That's why Ultra
Right.
and there's Kingfisher beers and Magnum, all those beers.
Most beers are at 5 to 8%. Because Karnataka government doesn't allow it. But that's not, like, beers are not supposed to be only up to 8%. Like, they can go above 8% in many states.
You cannot go above.
No,
Exactly.
I'm not talking about, like, in India,
Uh-huh.
but, like, worldwide.
Well, make a beer of 80% or 11% and 10% of
Right.
alcohol content is expensive.
Expensive?
Yeah, because you need to add a lot of you can use sugars also, another type of adjuncts, but mainly if you are brewing a beer 100% malt, then it's a little bit expensive. Yeah.
Because someone was telling me how the Russian Imperial Stout goes up to 11, 12%.
Yep. It is true.
Yeah.
It
I
is-
haven't tried that.
Yeah.
So I didn't know that this is a Indian law where you can't go above 8.
It is.
Okay.
It's something also I realized when I reached here.
Uh-huh.
The government of Karnataka has this law that you cannot go over 8% in beers. So most of the beer breweries that has a strong beer will the highest level of alcohol
Will
will
only
be
be
8. Yeah.
But if you go above 8%, like you need a different license altogether, or you just can't call it a beer.
Man, to be honest, I don't have a clue.
You know that?
I don't have a clue, but I know that's the way it is.
Yeah, because there are things like bro code and these other things which are like brutes, which they kind of take wine like grapes, but they add beer yeast to those things, and it's fermented in a way where it's disgusting. First of all, it's horrible, but it's 15% ABV.
Okay.
So they just kind of sell it as a strong alcohol, but yeah, it's not good. But like I don't see why this. Again, we can't get into laws and regulations, but yeah, it doesn't make sense to have a cap like that.
Yeah.
I think it's just for, I guess, protection of people.
Maybe it's related also with the quantity of taxes that you pay.
Right.
But for example, the more quantity of alcohol, the more quantity of taxes you also need to pay.
Right. Yeah.
So maybe it's not a law,
Yeah.
as I said.
Yeah.
I'm not 100% sure
Yeah.
because this is something I cannot manage,
Right.
or I don't manage because I have two of my guys are taking care of this.
Okay.
But as far as I know, it has to be with taxes and law.
Right.
So, yeah.
Okay, so this is the Hooligan 8% ABV.
Yeah.
It smells kind of hoppy as well. Like, it's got like hops aroma.
Yeah. Do you think so? It doesn't
Yeah.
have too much hops, actually.
I'm getting hops. I'm getting, I think you said pear. I think I'm getting slight pear.
Okay.
There's an aroma. But anyways, cheers.
Cheers. You should have also a little bit of apple, banana, of course, and clove.
I'm not too sure about clove. usually I take smaller sips. But sometimes I feel like taking bigger sips makes the beer taste better.
Yeah. Okay.
Like many times I'll have a stout. If I take a small sip of the stout,
Yeah.
it won't taste that good.
Okay.
But if I take a good huge sip of a stout, it feels fuller and
Yeah.
balanced.
When I'm saying small sips, it's because there's people who can sip like this.
What was
There's
that?
people, I mean, like big sips
Yeah,
or small sips.
yeah,
It depends on you. What I'm saying is, do not chug the beer.
right.
Yeah, in one.
I think I can feel the alcohol in this.
Yeah, it is.
This is also very clear. But I kind of feel like this is kind of a hybrid between the Mexican lager that we had
Uh-huh.
and the NEIPA. Like it
Okay.
kind of feels like a mix between the two in terms of flavors.
Okay.
In terms of a strong beer, it's not super sweet.
It's not sweet.
It's not that sweet for
Okay.
me.
Okay.
Like sometimes, like many strong beers just make it bitter and sweet. It's not super bitter. Like it might be slightly more bitter than the NEIPA,
Okay.
but it's not crazy bitter.
Okay.
Right.
Do you think it's bitter?
I think it's slightly more bitter than NEIPA.
Really?
Yeah, slightly more, but not super.
Okay.
Yeah, I think this is the most bitter beer I have had over here.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's not a bad thing, but that's what I feel.
Uh-huh.
And also, I'm getting, I guess, some similar grain flavors that I had in the Mexican lager. I'm not
Okay.
sure which ones,
Okay.
but that's what I feel.
No. It's
Yeah.
okay. It's okay. But I don't understand. I didn't get you. So you think it's better or worst? No, you mentioned.
I said bitter. I'm not about better.
Bitter.
More bitter. Yeah.
Okay, in that case, I recommend you something. Let's bring a glass of water,
Okay.
drink some water,
Okay.
clean your palate,
Okay.
and try it again.
Okay. Cool.
Okay, I'm going to tell these guys to bring some water. I'm going to wash from water.
Okay. Cool. Cool.
There you go. Let me see.
What happens?
Yeah.
Sometimes when you have too many beers, your tongue kind of goes numb.
Yeah.
So when or your entire body, because that's alcohol, you're having so much alcohol.
Yes.
So the first beer that you try, you can have a proper taste. Like
Yeah.
you can get more taste.
Yeah.
By the time you have your eighth beer, your senses have kind of gone for a toss.
Yeah. Of course.
Right.
Of course.
Yeah. And I think many people understand that. A lot of this is for fun. Like I said, it's for people who like beer, who just want to watch beer stuff. That's what it's for. I haven't done a chug today, which is something what I usually do that's why the channel is called Sip and Smash, where I started off reviewing canned beers, where I would take a sip and then I just chug the 500 ml
fine.
can
Yeah.
and then I would give a rating.
Yeah.
That's what it started from. It's a fun thing. Yeah. But like the more I'll taste this, but yeah, the more I go into it, I really want the craft scene to do well. And but do you feel in general, worldwide right now, alcohol consumption has kind of decreased in USA and many like Europe and all?
I think people is more conscious about what they are drinking.
Okay.
Okay, that is a fact.
Okay.
People is more conscious about what they're drinking, and I think people is increasing or choosing better options to drink and to eat also.
Okay.
Not only drinking.
Yeah.
So, as in terms of a company that produces alcohol, we have a big opportunity there
Right.
to make things better every time and make products of better quality.
Right.
So they can, to offer to this public, this people who is looking for, good options in market.
Better quality one, because it matters, right? If you have like I say, have you tried Hayward's 5000?
No.
You're not Hayward's 5000 knockout. There are some of these extremely cheap. What about Kingfisher?
Yeah.
What do you think about Kingfisher?
Kingfisher.
Kingfisher? Which one did you try?
I have both the green one and the
Green one?
ultra one.
Ultra, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, what do you think about the green one?
Which one?
The green one.
The green one, it's a beer, but it's not it's not the big thing, but
Yeah.
it's there, no?
I think Ultra is still slightly better. It's more drinkable. Again, I feel all of Kingfisher beers are very sweet.
Ultra is very sweet.
It is sweet.
Yeah.
Even the green is again very bitter and sweet, and like what I said. Yeah, Ultra is also sweet. People like it over here. Yeah, but yeah, I feel Hayward's 5000. There's a thing called Godfather.
Yeah.
Godfather, Hayward's 5000, Knockout. All of these beers are extremely cheap, and you can't promise the amount, like the quality of ingredients and the quality of beer you're getting. It's just alcohol which feels like it's damaging your throat and your liver when you drink it.
Yes.
Right? So in that terms, I feel like you have a good beer and you can have a lot of it and you still won't get a bad hangover and your body will still be functioning.
Got it.
Right? So
That is also, it's very related with the quality of the ingredients you are.
right, exactly. Yeah.
So, something, for example, we are very concerned about is the quality of ingredients that we are using for brewing.
Okay.
We are very, very, very sure that we are sourcing the best quality ingredients that we can get in India. Okay. So that will guarantee you that our beer is very, it has, it's a very good quality beer.
Right.
Okay. Great ingredients will make great beer.
Right, of course.
That is for sure.
So do you take part in the sourcing or do you have someone who sources?
To be honest, we are using ingredients that I'm used to use since I was since I started to brew.
Okay.
So I know my sources, the guys who are sourcing the ingredients what we are using for brewing.
Right.
I'm 100% sure they're very good. They're very good quality ingredients.
Okay.
So like Bayerman, for example, which is the malt what we are using is very high quality malt.
Okay.
And I'm only use Bayerman because Bayerman. Bayerman is the brand of the malt of the barley that we are using. Of the malt, because they also have wheat.
Okay.
So Bayerman is very high quality malt.
Okay.
And I started using that when I was brewing in America. And first thing I said when I reached India was like, if I'm going to brew here, I want to use Bayerman.
Right.
Yeah, because I know their products.
Good.
I learned how to brew with their products.
Right.
I know them very well. I know what I can get, and I'm very happy. With what I'm getting from.
Right.
Yeah.
No, I think ingredient does matter. That's why again many chefs will have their own little farm where they can. That's the quality control, right? If you have your own farm, you can.
Exactly. It is the same thing. Chef goes and search for the ingredients, maybe in local markets or whatever. But they are looking always, or they have their specific guys or companies or whatever that they get ingredients from. Okay, so it is the same thing with the brewers. Yeah, I know. Let's see. Maybe this can. How can I say this? This is maybe something that I very like. Strict, not strict. I mean, maybe it's something that I taking too seriously.
Okay.
For example, the quality of malts or the type of malt I'm using, because there's also very good qualities of malt from other places around the world, that are very good. Maybe I'm losing those ingredients, or maybe I'm losing to try those malts. Right. But right now I'm very happy what I'm getting from Bayern,
Right.
and I will continue using.
Right.
Yeah.
That's
As long as I can get it in India, then
Yeah.
I will use them. Yeah.
good. Yeah.
That's an example, right?
Right. Yeah.
It's the same thing with hops. It's the same thing with yeast.
Right.
Water in Bangalore is a challenge.
Okay.
Okay, because 90% of beer is water.
Yeah.
So the source of water sometimes is difficult.
Okay.
For water, the water you are getting from the tap is not drinkable,
Right.
right? You have to filter. And for brewing, it's not suitable for brewing. So you
Okay.
need to do a process.
Proper filtering of the water itself.
Not only filter, you have to do reverse osmosis,
Right.
which is a process where you take everything out from the water. So the water, it's after RO is very plain,
Right.
without any salts. Any chemical compounds
Uh-huh.
that helps you brew in brewing.
Uh-huh.
So we need to do some salt additions and everything
Right.
in order to have a better water for brewing.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you have to actually add what back? You have to add salts back to the water.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
So that
Because-
also matters, like how saline.
Yeah,
or which chemicals.
yeah, exactly. That will give you a profile. Your water profile will help you getting some flavors in or out from the beer.
Right. It's like seasoning. Dish.
Exactly.
Seasoning.
Exactly.
Yeah.
You got it. You got
Yeah.
it.
Okay.
Exactly. It's like, for example, when you're cooking and you add salt,
Uh-huh.
you add how do you call this?
Black pepper.
Black pepper.
Yeah.
Black pepper. Any seasoning, masala,
Yeah.
whatever you
Yeah,
want.
Indians.
It's the same. It's the same thing. You need to add, your seasonings to get a better profile.
Right.
Okay, and each beer has its own profile of water.
Okay.
Okay, I'm trying to get it. For example, if I'm brewing and stout, I'm trying to get the water, or I'm trying to have a good water suitable for brewing a stout.
Right.
But that water is not the same type of water that I wanted for a Mexican lager.
Right.
So everything changed. Okay.
Right.
The quantity of salts, the type of salts that you're using, everything changed.
Yeah, because like you were talking about earlier, it's called tropicalization.
Exactly.
Right. So you
It
have
is
to
impossible. It is impossible. I cannot say. Let's see. For example, if I want to brew, you mentioned that you love Munich Helles.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay, Munich Helles is the blonde beers from Munich. Okay, that water that they have in Munich is very particular.
Okay.
Okay, they have a specific water with a specific chemical compounds
Right.
and a specific profile.
Right.
I cannot have that water in
Right.
in Bangalore, of course,
Right.
because I'm not in Munich.
Right.
Okay, so what I will try to do is emulate that water
Okay.
and to have everything that water has to make it suitable for brew that style of beer.
Right. Like same.
I'm not. Let's say I not always nail it.
Right.
Sometimes I miss something, but at least
come
I'm
very
trying.
close.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
The same with Hefeweizen. I was reading somewhere where Hefeweizens, there was like some holy Roman emperor dictated in 1560 that this is how a Hefeweizen is supposed to be made. Like it went from like one church, or like there was some well where they were getting the water from, and
Yeah.
that's how from that particular water source and that particular type of wheat.
Yeah.
Like, and that's the way you have to make a Hefeweizen.
Yeah, yeah,
And
yeah.
that's the only way you get a stamp of,
Yeah.
Like-
Hefeweizens are coming from Bavaria,
yeah.
from from Bavaria. And Bavarian used to be a kingdom. No? So in Germany, the Germany that we know now, it was not the Germany it
Yeah.
was before, right? So these kings and their culture, it was built in the consumption of beer, right?
Yeah.
So there's also there's something called Reisenbad, which is the purity law of beer that
Right.
it's like that you only can have these 4 ingredients: hops, barley, water, and yeast for brewing. But this is also some kind of laws that in the past was they were made to control the way you are brewing.
Right.
Okay, so you put lot because you want to control something, right?
Yeah.
So you have like 2 or 3 guys that are making money in the brewing. You want to control them.
Right.
So you say, okay, guys, from now on, I am the king. I am the one who is ruling this,
Right.
this land. So you cannot use another ingredient which is not these 4.
Right.
There's some guys, some brewers that think, the purity law, the rising bar, you should follow that. Come on. That law was imposed by a guy who wants to control.
Yeah.
Why you cannot brew with
it's also the brewers. Let's say there are 2 brewers who are brewing it in a certain way.
Yeah.
They'll go to the king and say, listen, we don't want more we don't want more competition.
Yeah.
So you come up with this law.
Yeah.
So we are the only ones who can make this
Yeah, yeah, exactly. And for example, the way they imposed this law was a way also to say to them like, okay, guys, you cannot use coriander in your beer.
Okay.
Why? Because I cannot control the coriander market. So you cannot use it.
Right.
Fuck you, man. I cannot use it.
Yeah.
But this is the way,
It's like how champagne has to come from the Champagne region, and if you have a pizza, a Neapolitan pizza,
Yeah.
it has to come from Naples, and the wheat, it has to be like a 00 Italian flour, and it has to be
Exactly.
San Marzano tomatoes. Like it has to be like very particular.
Exactly.
Same
Why?
beer.
Why? Because there's someone who's trying to control this, right?
Roll them up here.
So now that you mentioned it, we were talking about the Hefeweizen. It was how the Hefeweizen was conceived.
Right.
Some guy who wants to control the way that brew has to be because he wants to control prices in order to put you taxes
Right.
and in order to collect the taxes
Right.
for making the beer.
Right.
Okay. For example, before this purity law, this rise and bud law in Germany, before that, brewers used to brew with a lot of things.
Okay.
Okay, with the spices, with flours, with whatever you think. Maybe sometimes, okay, you cannot. You didn't get a good brew. Maybe people, from time to time, someone dies. Okay, because maybe they were using some flours with any chemical compound that makes you, get high or whatever, and people die. Okay,
Yeah.
of course it happens. It was very experimental.
Right.
But after this, the one thing is that, and the other, and another thing is try to control everything. And maybe it was a good thing and a bad thing. A
Right.
good thing because a lot of the styles born from that restriction, and those are the styles that we have now, for
Right.
example. And a bad thing because maybe
We gotta cost more styles.
Exactly.
Yeah, we can do more styles as well.
Exactly. Maybe we lose a lot of experimentation that we can have now in terms of better or quantity of styles in,
Right.
in these guidelines that we were talking about later. After.
Right.
Yeah.
And that's even about water. I think there's a good part about Bangalore where it's called the city of lakes. So you have, it's always cloudy, it's always raining. It's very London-like in weather. In Mumbai and Maharashtra, water is very hard to come by. So we have no breweries in Maharashtra, which is a very sad thing, unfortunately. We've got a few in Pune, Effingut and Dulali.
Rolling Mills?
Rolling Mills is a very new one. Yeah. Rolling Mills has just started out. We've got maybe like 5 or 6 breweries,
Yeah.
from which couple of them are Pune breweries. They're not even Mumbai breweries.
Okay.
So yeah, that's an issue. So I have to keep on coming down to Bangalore to check out more breweries.
Yeah. Breweries, in Bangalore, you will find all the breweries.
There's
All the breweries.
so many new, like every day there's a
Every day. Every day, one brewery closed and every day one brewery
opens. Yeah.
I think the last research we did in how many breweries were open in Bangalore, we reached around 120, maybe. Yeah, it was a marketing research we did.
That's a lot of beers I'm going to have. It was like 120 breweries If I'm having like
Can you imagine?
5 beers each,
Yeah.
that's like 2 years of content.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. Exactly. For example, in my country, big breweries, maybe we can, I mean, big breweries and popular breweries, I can mention five.
Right.
Five,
So Costa Rica is not much of a brewery.
No, actually, we have a culture in brewing. I mean, not in brewing, we have a beer culture.
Okay.
But as I mentioned before, most of this beer culture belongs to industrial type of beers.
So like FIFCO controls most of the
Most of the market.
market.
Most of the market, yeah. And you need to, and you also need, to understand that where I'm coming from, we have 5 million people
Right.
population.
Right.
It's a population of 5 million people.
Yeah.
So,
You can't have how many breweries do you
bro,
have in
in
Bangalore?
Bangalore, it's maybe 11
Right.
million people
Yeah.
just in one city.
Right.
Come on.
Yeah.
So it's double.
Yeah.
And of course, I mean, I don't know how many years ago was the last how do you call this when they check how many people lives in a city?
Or like census.
Census, exactly.
Yeah.
I think we are. This is the year that
They're going to do it in Costa Rica.
No, the last census in Costa Rica was in 2010, if I don't mistake.
So they have to do one now.
Very soon.
Right.
Very soon. I think it was
Do you
in
think it's
18,
increased?
18. It was in 18. And there was 5 million people living there.
Okay.
But I mean, in Bangalore, there's one going on, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's too many. And there are too many people coming in also.
Exactly.
From, yeah.
Exactly. So I'm very sure in Bangalore right now, they say when I was doing my planification to move here, I read that there was 10 million maybe.
Okay.
I am very sure it's more.
That's probably.
Probably more.
No, also in terms of when you're talking about reverse, like RO and filtering water, I went to this country in West Indies. It's called St. Lucia, right? And once we landed there, so they have a thing for tourists where they tell them, like in India, we require filter system. Many places in USA and others, you can have tap water directly, because it's like filtered by the government.
Yeah.
So
No, I know about that because in my country we can drink like
you can drink tap water. In India, you can't drink tap water.
you can't.
You need a filter system.
Yes.
But in St. Lucia, they were like, you can have tap water, but let's say you are someone from the USA and it doesn't suit you. You can always have our Piton. Piton is their beer, local beer. So they're like, if you don't want to have water, have the Piton because the brewery is going to filter the water for you.
Okay.
And if you don't have alcohol, you can have the Piton Shandy, which was still 3% alcohol. So if you're a tourist, just drink beers over there. That's
Okay.
their tourist recommendation.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, yeah. In my country we can drink from tap water.
You can.
Yeah, I mean we can drink from tap.
Yeah.
No problem, no issues. But if you are coming from the US to my country, the recommendation is because or not the recommendation. People used to or they the common thing to do is to
Get bottled.
they bought bottle
Right.
bottle
But
water in bottle.
let's say sometimes in USA, some like lake sources and water sources which are filtered,
Yeah.
they're good.
Yeah.
Like, you get good tap water or filtered water.
Yeah.
In India, many places, the water itself is kind of polluted where you get it. So even after filtering and ROing a lot, is it like still not up to the mark?
No, actually, if you are brewing, you need to make sure, 100% sure that the water is suitable for brewing.
But I remember long ago, there was someone who came up with a Coke, like Coke USA or Coke UK
Yeah,
versus Coke India,
yeah,
and what the differences are. And a lot of the differences stem from the water itself,
yeah,
which Coke gets. So even a huge company, they'll always filter the water very, very well before
yeah,
they can make
yeah.
it. So like that would also make a difference between, like you said, you want to add, like if you're making an Irish stout, you'd try to make water as close as possible to Ireland.
Yeah.
But like Irish water, sometimes when it comes from a very good source, is it possible to filter it as clean as that?
Okay, the process we are using for clean the water or to have a very suitable water for brewing is called RO,
Right.
which is reverse osmosis.
Yeah.
So it's supposed that when you are doing reverse osmosis,
Right.
you're taking everything from the water.
Right.
Okay, everything.
But it actually that cleans everything up.
Everything.
Okay.
Okay. And we are getting better results as per our lab report.
Okay.
I hope it's a good lab report.
Right.
We are getting a very good report that we are actually taking all the salts, all the not chemical, the how do you call it? The TDS.
Okay.
Which is TDS is particles like
Like dissolvents or something, or
yeah, they are dissolved solids.
Dissolved.
Solids, yeah.
Okay.
We are taking all the solids from the water
Okay.
and we are reducing these solids to the lowest level.
Okay.
So let's see, the report is good.
Okay.
That means we are taking a lot of things that are coming from the pipes
Right.
directly to actually we are not, I think we are being every time we need to we need water, they brought a
So this is the Hooligan. It's the newest beer at ICB,
yes,
but we are also coming up with more new beers after this.
yeah, every month.
You're always every month.
Yeah,
All right.
every month one new beer.
Yeah.
You're invited to come, of course.
Yeah, like you guys can definitely. ICB is also a very new brewery, opened November last year, 2024.
Yeah.
Right. So there's a lot. It's a huge place. It's a nice place. The beers are really nice. And Antonio, right?
Yeah.
He's been a great guest, and thank you so much.
Yeah, you're welcome.
All right.
You're welcome.
So this Hooligan, like for me, it's somewhere between an IPA, like a stronger IPA. You can taste the alcohol. If you're one of those people who love Budweiser Magnums, who love strong beers, who wants to get drunk, try it out. Remember, I'm not an alcoholic. I'm just doing this for you guys.
Actually, the beer should be, when you're trying high alcohol beers,
Yeah.
my recommendation is to go slow.
Yeah.
Okay, to enjoy the ride.
Yeah.
Okay. Cause of course the level of alcohol, specifically talking about these beers,
Right.
can make you feel dizzy.
Right.
Right. So, but I think that
We
but I
like
think,
being dizzy.
yeah.
People want to be dizzy.
Yeah, I know. I know. Maybe a long time ago I wanted to feel dizzy, but now I'm enjoying a lot the flavors of
I
beers.
think that's what I've learned. Where people have a lot of Budweiser Magnums or any strong beer, you get drunk.
Yeah.
But I think the beauty of a beer is to have a lot of it. Beer is a very social alcohol compared to like a tequila or a vodka.
Totally.
Which is much more of a party
Totally.
alcohol. Beer is you can watch sports, you can be chatting
Yeah.
for 2 hours. We
Yeah.
had 4 or 5 beers over 2 hours. We are slightly buzzed, but it's not like we are drunk.
Exactly.
And that's a good state to be in with beer. So beer shouldn't make you that drunk. If you are being that drunk with beer, you are doing something wrong,
Yeah,
is what I feel.
totally.
Right?
Totally. Actually, this kind of beer, it was conceived because we did a lot of research in the people who was coming to ICB to have dinner, lunch or whatever.
Right.
So we approached to them and we asked them, "Hey, what do you think about beers?"
Right.
Beers are great.
Right.
They are very low in alcohol.
Right.
I would like you guys to have something high in alcohol.
Right.
Why? Because we want to get high. That
Yeah.
was
Yeah.
the main answer, the primary answer we received from each one of the
Right.
people we were asking for. And yeah, so
So that's
now
why
it's here.
Yeah. Again, in terms of a high alcohol beer, I still like the flavor. It's not super alcoholic. It's not super sweet. It's fruity. Like again, I said it reminded me a lot of an IPA, like slightly more bitter, which it kind of makes me happy because many strong beers that I have, you'll always sacrifice taste
Yeah,
for the ABV.
yeah.
That always
that's true.
happens.
That's
Yeah.
true.
But I think this is an enjoyable beer you can sip and
Yeah.
Get-
yeah. Now you mentioned something, or I think you mentioned it, or it was the review you posted yesterday because I was watching your reviews and the beer you were having, it was very high in alcohol.
Mhm.
it was yesterday.
Like today and yesterday, I posted the knockout, which was 5 to 8%.
That one.
Yeah.
That
Yeah.
one. And you mentioned in one part of the video, you mentioned the taste was very bad.
It's very bad.
The level of alcohol was good, okay, but the flavor was very bad.
Yeah, I mean,
So my perception is that you should not have a beer high in alcohol with a bad flavor. Why should you do that?
you shouldn't.
No, you should have something very balanced, you know?
I had some guy comment that again, this was Godfather beer,
Yeah.
which does not taste very good. It's again one of these strong Indian beers, where I was like, it's not really good, and they said that this beer is not for you. Like, you can't stand this beer, type of a thing. Like
They say that?
yeah, like no, not Godfather themselves, but like
Okay.
a comment, like a person. It's like the mentality is that beer is something that, like I said, it's like a manly. Oh, if you have a strong, bitter beer, it's very raw,
Yeah.
But I don't think beers are supposed to be that. Beers are supposed to be enjoyed. Like, why do you want to suffer by having a high alcohol beer?
Yeah, let's see. I agree with the comment of that person. Of course, I don't know who commented that, but sometimes you need to find which beer is right for you.
Right.
I'm totally agree with that.
Uh-huh.
And it happens to me.
Uh-huh.
As I said before, we brew, for example, a Hefeweizen, but I'm not very fan of Hefeweizens.
Okay.
I like Hefeweizen. I can have a Hefeweizen,
Right.
one or two. Sweet beers is not my type of beer.
Right.
Even they are not my type of beer, we brew a sweet beer.
Right.
Okay? So I am agree with that comment because there's a beer around the world that will suit your necessity.
Right. Yeah.
Okay? So in terms of this necessity that you have to find something, there's a beer around that will be good for you.
For you. Yeah.
Okay. So it's not necessary that all beer should be for everyone.
Yeah, it can't be for everyone.
Yeah, exactly.
Like I feel like this beer can be for you, but I feel like if your metrics to review whether a beer is good or bad
Yeah.
is how much it hurts you, then I don't think that's a very good metric. Like, I don't think a beer should be hurting you.
Okay, that's okay.
It's not like taking,
I'm totally agree with
like
you.
a tequila
Yeah.
shot, right?
Yeah.
You take a tequila shot, you take a lemon salt, and you're like, that's
Yeah.
not what a beer is supposed to
Oh
be.
no. Okay, I'm totally agree
Right.
with you. Yeah.
It's a nice, like I said, it's a social drink. Of
Yeah.
course, many beers are different. You might not like an IPA, you might not like a stout, you might like a sweeter beer. That's fine, but you should be enjoying whatever beer you have.
Yes.
Rather than be like, oh, this is like a manly beer because it's hurting me. I don't
Yeah.
think that's what a beer should be aiming for.
Yeah. Sure. I'm totally agree with you on that.
Yeah.
Yeah. If you're having a drink, if you're having a beer, then you should enjoy it.
Enjoy it. Yeah.
You should not suffer with beer.
Yeah. It's beer is not a testament to how manly you are.
Exactly.
Enjoy your beer.
Exactly.
Would you like to add anything before we sign off? Anything about ICB yourself?
No, well,
We did talk a lot about everything, I feel.
yeah, we talk a lot.
But if you have anything to add,
Maybe I can, give a, how do you say this? I would like to invite people to come.
right.
Okay. We have, as you mentioned, we have a very nice place, 1,500 capacity
Right.
place. We are brewing good beers. I mean, it's not because I'm brewing the beers because
Yeah.
we really are trying to make the best beers we can.
Right.
And our ambience is very good.
Yeah.
Our service is very good. So please join us. Have the beers, try the beers. The food is very good. The ambience is very good. So
Right.
why not? No,
All right.
give us a shot.
Thank you so much, Antonio.
Thank you very much.
Thank you
man.
for joining.
Thank you for coming. Yeah.